No doubt you've heard about the importance of holistic health, but what exactly does that mean? In this video, I'm going to give you examples of holistic health so that you can assess how healthy you and your family members really are, and so you know where you can focus in order to achieve wholeness and experience the most joy in your life in all aspects of it. I'm Brandy Falcon, here every Friday offering you holistic self-care advice and providing you with natural solutions to modern health challenges. But before we get into the juice of what is holistic health, where you can focus, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. My whole business at Falcon Healing Arts is about holistic health and how to achieve it through original traditional medicine, which are models of holistic health. And I found that over the years, there have been a lot of misunderstandings about what exactly healthy is. Many people believe that healthy is the absence of serious disease, like heart disease or dementia or cancer. But really, we are living with a lot of chronic disease in this country, in particular in the United States, conditions that are not normal but are common, such as allergies, eczema, asthma. Anytime we're dependent on a pharmaceutical drug, there is more space to find health. This is not a natural, healthy state that the body is in. And there's a lot of emotion about health, a lot of guilt about that. That if we're not healthy, it means that we're not taking care of ourselves properly or taking care of our children properly. What I want to emphasize in this video is that we all have something we can be working on. We are never ever in this perfect static state of health and wellness. I do consider myself an expert in holistic care because I am a licensed acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner. Been doing so for over 10 years and have been teaching yoga for over 20. And I do a pretty good job of keeping myself and my family healthy. But again, there is always room for improvement. I'm always working to manage stress. I feel it just like everyone, but it's a priority for me to relieve it by the end of the day. I'm constantly trying to make the best food choices. Weight management is an issue for me personally, so please do not misunderstand that this health advice is coming from a place of ego, that I know everything. Because again, there's always something that we can be working on, and really from the time we're born and we grow to healthy adolescence, then most of us are on a decline and we just want to lengthen our time and enjoy it on this beautiful planet. So what is holistic health? Many people believe that it's just a trendy word that means that we are living more naturally, which is not necessarily true. Holistic means what it sounds like, that we are more whole. So it refers to finding a balance in between physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And this is why I am so passionate about practicing and teaching yoga. The word yoga means to unite, to yoke together, and it refers to all the aspects of the self. So when we experience the state of yoga, that means that we are whole and complete, and we experience peace in all areas of our lives. So when we have holistic health, it's more about how we are feeling in our bodies, in our hearts, in our minds, and is so much beyond normal blood tests and vital signs and body mass index. So I want to share with you now examples of holistic health. These are markers that I look for with my personal health, that of my family, and this is what I look for with my clients as well. And I'm going to break this up into physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. So these are the indications of good physical health. First of all, you will have a healthy glow. You'll have clear, vibrant skin. Rashes and acne usually indicate that we have a gut or hormonal imbalance, or that there's a possible food intolerance that we're dealing with. So something you really want to pay attention to. You'll also want to have at least one well-formed bowel movement every day. If you do not, if it's every other day or you're even longer in between bowel movements, you're going to be keeping toxins in the body. This usually shows again through the skin and indicates a gut imbalance. If you're going too quickly, more loose stools, this is indicating that you're not absorbing nutrients properly, and you'll also be seeing symptoms in other areas of your health. To be physically well, it is important to have a lower body fat percentage. However, instead of obsessing about being overweight or skinny, I personally like to focus more on having good muscle tone. Muscle is important tissue. Our energy and metabolism are linked to muscle mass. And you also want to have enough muscle to support your joints. Muscle mass declines as we age, so it's something we always need to be building up, unless you're going to be eating a lot more protein in your meals throughout the day. Now, being flexible in your body is just as important as having strength. And good indicators of flexibility are being able to sit on the floor in a cross-legged position, or as you're standing to reach for your toes. So again, this is something we can always be working on as we age, since we tend to become more contracted if we're not moving as much. So stretching out every day is important to keep the blood and qi circulating through the body, helping us feel more ease in our joints. So if you have any pain in your body, that usually indicates that there is also inflammation. In Chinese medicine, we say that there is a lack of qi and blood flow in these areas. So that is something that you need to be working on too, to keep the blood and qi moving in order to experience physical ease. Now, having a strong immune system is also an important aspect of physical health. So having 2 or less colds per year, with them not moving deep into the body with secondary infections like bronchitis, sinusitis, or ear infections. Having 2 or less is normal, I would say. Any more is something you need to work on. You can improve your immunity naturally through many means, such as bolstering your gut health, managing stress, eating a whole food diet, and filling in any gaps in your diet with whole food supplements. Hopefully, we all know the importance of sound sleep, and being able to fall asleep and stay asleep easily is a measure of physical health. If we're experiencing a lot of pain and tension in the body, this can keep you awake. It can be stressful. It can increase your cortisol levels. That will keep you awake. And sleep is often blurred with mental and emotional health as well, since pensiveness and having strong emotions that you're still carrying into the evening will also keep you awake and affect your cortisol levels. And then finally, with women, regular menstrual cycles are extremely important to look at. Your cycle should be in between 25 and 31 days for it to be in a normal range, and this is from traditional Chinese medicine, plus or minus a few days outside of 28. Any deviation from this indicates a physical disharmony. A normal menstrual cycle is absolutely necessary for egg development, and fertility is one of the biggest measures of physical health. Now let's talk about indicators of good emotional health. I feel like this is an area most of us can be working on more. The first is that we need emotional resilience. And I feel like this definitely comes with maturity, something we should be trying to teach to our children, but definitely comes with age. And to be emotionally resilient means that we bounce back from challenges, from setbacks. When we experience failure, when we fall, we're able to pick ourselves up and keep moving forward in our lives. To be emotionally healthy, we also need to experience compassion and empathy. Can you understand? Can you imagine how it feels to be someone else in their situation? Can you see similarities between yourself and another, even if you are really different culturally and politically? Can you still be kind and compassionate? Being able to express our emotions appropriately is also a good measure of emotional health. So we need to make sure that we're not falling into two extremes, that we're not holding in our emotions, that we're able to express them. But on the other side, we're not venting and dumping our emotions on every single person we're coming in contact with, that we're still able to process our emotions and only share what is appropriate for that relationship. And then finally, being able to experience both gratitude and forgiveness are absolutely huge in finding emotional health. I have a video that you can check out that I'll go into deeper about this, but both of these expressions are really important to have appreciation for our lives and to move forward with hope about the future. Now, indications of good mental health. Focus is huge. Are you able to organize your mind and focus on a task without being distracted? And can you follow through with tasks without overwhelm? Perspective. Are you able to see a situation from someone else's point of view? And then finally, are you able to establish new beliefs? Rigid, closed off thinking can affect our relationships. We become cynical, antisocial. This can lead to depressed feelings and poor health in general. It's healthy to have an open mind where we can consider other possibilities. And we should be able to back off or change course if we notice that we have a particular habit that is not serving us well, that is negatively affecting our relationships. We should be able to change and want to change to better our health and our relationships. So having good spiritual health does not necessarily mean that you are religious. It means that you find your life has meaning and purpose. When you do not have a strong spiritual support system, you are more likely to be depressed. And no antidepressant can offer you this support. I actually found a stronger spiritual connection through my yoga practice over the years as I touched into my physical, mental, and emotional health. Once you see the bridge between all of them, having this spiritual access is more available. You will see how we are all connected and that there is this common thread that links us to spirit. You'll see that life is happening for you, not to you, and you'll also be able to see more goodness in the world. Not all that is bad. So those are my indications of what it means to have holistic health. And I hope that you found a few areas that you may want to focus on in order to experience wholeness. Thanks so much for watching. I know this was a longer video, but so important to share since again, this is the backbone of my work. You're welcome to comment below or reach out to me if you have any questions about anything that I talked about here. And if you're realizing that stress may be the culprit behind any imbalances that you're experiencing with your holistic health, be sure to grab my stress relieving acupressure guide that you can get in the description below. You can download it for free, and I show you how to use 6 of my favorite acupressure points that relieve tension and help you manage stress. They also improve your sleep drastically. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, please, so I know to create more like this. And I'd also love to know if you have anything else you'd like to add to this list of what it means to have holistic health. And if you're willing to share, I'd love to hear where you want to focus on in your life to experience it. And here's 2 other videos that can help you experience holistic health. I wish you health and happiness always.